Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Kaylee Creations. I'm Kay and I'm sharing with you today my first swap with the Facebook group Loaded Envelopes Galore and More. I'm so excited to be a part of this group and I can't wait to see what flip-flops I get, and I can't wait to send these out. So before I did that, I wanted to share with you this video. So as you can see, a these are loaded flip-flop boxes, and that was the challenge, or the requirement was to make two boxes looking like the left and right flip-flop shoes. Um, this is just too cute. I had never seen these dimensional flip-flop boxes before, and so I was just absolutely thrilled to be part of this challenge. I will include the link below of the tutorial for the swap, and I will also link the SVG cut. It was a Lori Whitlock file, and I mean it was too easy to put together, and it's just way cute. So, and you don't have to have a machine to cut these out. Okay, I was having software issues, and so I did not use my machine to cut these out. Anyway, I was just having all kinds of problems with everything, and so just technical issues. So I ended up having to print these out on a PDF file and cut them out from there. So anyway, let me start with let me tell you, the other requirement was the right, or it doesn't matter which one, but one shoe had to have uh, 6 to 8 embellishments, and the other box a gift not more than $5 to include, some things that summer related for your swap partner. So I will show you what's inside both. And so let me just start with the gift one and get that out of the way. This is so fun. I'll just show you what's in here, and then I'll go actually through the flip-flops and show you what the flip-flops look like. So I went to the dollar store. Okay, so I got little dollar items because, like I said, it could only be um, $5. So I got these coconut and sea salt oil, or coconut oil and sea salt bath bombs. I did have to take things out of the package. These are individually wrapped, so my swap partner can rest assured that all these items are in good condition. I did also have to take this out of the packaging, so it went straight from the packaging into the box. It's a little, like a little Vaseline chap ice is what lip treatment. It's a little Vaseline, I don't know if it's Vaseline. Yeah, it's petroleum jelly, but it's coconut butter. And I thought this little lanyard would be so cute. I added this little charm and tied it, took the twisty that was already on there and just tied it. A lot of times on summer vacations at the beach, you need a lanyard to hold your stuff, or maybe on a cruise or something, and these little palm trees on it I thought were just really cute. And then these again went straight from the packaging into the box. I just tied this jute around it to hold them together, but they're little. How cute is that with the little feet or the little toes? Oh my gosh, these are. I wished I would have bought one for me. I'm sitting here thinking, why didn't I buy one for me? These are so cute. And so I thought that would be fun because we all like our toes to be pretty when we go on vacation, right? And then this is just this is my favorite thing in here. This I did not purchase. I mean, I've had these for years, these little soaps. They've just been tucked away in a dark closet, waiting to be used. I just thought they were so cute when I bought them, and it was a set of quite a few soaps, and so I don't know the value of these. These are just something I had in my stash, so I put these in my I put these in this little netting and just tied the ribbon around it. So anyway, so that's what's in my gift box. So I really hope she enjoys these items here. I know that if it was me, I would really enjoy these bath bombs. And, you know, sometimes when you're been standing at the beach, it's nice to take a bath, or just even any time in the summer just to relax. And so anyway, these all, it's got to get in here because they have to fit in here so I can close the lid. So yeah, this lid is a little tight. Like I said, I had to cut it by hand because I won't even go into the issues. I was very frustrated. So we had to have 3 types of trim on the box, and so I put this ribbon trim onto the sandal part here, and this is just some ribbon that I cut and frayed on the edges once I glued them onto the paper. See if you can see there's paper inside or underneath. So it's just the paper that's tucked into a slot right there, and then the little ribbon. These remind me of sandals that I had when I was younger. And oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this was so fun to make. I only used 2 pieces of design paper. So it was this paper here with the leaves on it, and then this paper here. And so on the lip of the shoe, you can also see this braided trim, and I also had a different pair of sandals that had this exact braided trim on the bottom of the shoe, but I thought this would be cute around the lip of the lid. And so then I decided that I needed to make a logo. So I'm imagining these are for a surfer girl, and she's just very casual. She likes to go down on the beach and surf, and this is her favorite surfing company or surfboard company is Riptide. And I put a little trademark mark there. Now, if there's any company actually out there named Riptide, I didn't know. I don't know anything about surfing really. So anyway, so I just printed this out on some crop paper and kind of crumpled it up. So I'd kind of give it more of that leathery look, like it was and I put stitch marks to make it look kind of like a leathery piece that's been in the water, and so it's kind of crinkled up now. And then I also created a little logo. Have you ever seen sandals with the little sewn in logo on the side? So I did one on the outside of each sandal. So, and it just says the same thing. It has Riptide with the little trademark, the TM for trademark on there. And so I just thought that would be really fun. I know I had seen a lot of flip-flop boxes posted already on the group page, and a lot of them had just beautiful flowers and bling, and I did try a flower, but it just took away from my idea in my head of this being this casual surfer girls flip flop, and I didn't want to put anything on the top other than what I did. So anyway, that was my thinking on that. And then on the side, I did want to put something on the side. I mean, I would have been happy with them just plain with nothing on it except for these little logos, but there is, when you put the sandal together, there is a seam, of course, and so I did want to cover that up. So, and then I thought it would be fun to do, instead of doing each shoe exactly the same, I thought it would be fun to have, you know, the seam here and then here, kind of just to balance it out. So this one, I mean, they're both the same. It's just the one is on kind of the bottom, and the other one's kind of more towards the top. So here I have just some elements from the paper that I have cut out and placed onto a thin chipboard. And then I got this netting stuff. I think I got it at Michael's, but don't quote me on that. It might have been Hobby Lobby. Um, anyway, they just have them in like, I don't know where they have them, but anyway, you can find them there. And I just cut that apart and put a little on here. I did kind of put it overlapping where the lid goes, but I figured the lid could slide down pretty much over it. And then I put this cheesecloth here and then cut these out. These cute little, this was from a charm off a chain that I got at Joann, okay, in their jewelry section. So they have turtles, which I've also used in this project, and these starfish in this green color. I just absolutely love this. And so I wanted to add a charm element onto this box, so that's what I did. And both sides are identical as far as decoration goes, except one's facing one way and one's facing the other, I guess. And then again, the logo on the back. So before I get into what's inside here too, and this was not a required part of the swap, but I saw somebody else made a cute little tote bag, and I'm not that ambitious. Okay, I've never actually made my own tote bag before, so but I had extra paper, and I just thought, how cute would it be to make? And of course, since I'm using the craft paper anyway, I just bought a craft bag at Michael's for cheap, right? One of those craft bags with the handles. And then I just added this extra paper. It's only on the front. Just the back is plain. And then this is one of the 4x6 cards that I cut out, backed it with craft paper. This is one of the sticker elements that I put on craft paper and then cut out this little piece of paper and put it on craft paper. And then I just tied it onto the handle. And then on the ends, I got these, I think these are from Joann again. These cute, oh my gosh, they had all their beads 70% off the other day. So I just tied a knot at the end of before I tied it into a bow, I tied a knot at the end of the jute and just looped these little turtles in there. And so that's I guess I can zoom out, you could see it better. Yeah, so there's my little tote bag for my sandals, and I will put the crinkle paper on the bottom and stick the sandals in there before I ship it off. So, but that was not a requirement. This is just, I stole the idea from somebody else that did a little tote bag, and since I had, you know, this paper and this card, I thought it would be fun to do that. So okay, so now we're going to get into the embellishments. These were really fun to make too. I can't tell you. I love this this beachy theme. I think these loaded flip-flop boxes are so cute. So I made a little mixed media tag. Let me get this out of the way so you can see better. I'm going to zoom in again too. Okay, are we getting a focus there? Okay, so this is just a chipboard tag that I had in my stash. And also these little seahorses were cut out for me by my friend Dee Dee with Wow Studios. So look, if you want some of those, UMWOW Wow Studio. And so she cut these little seahorses out for me. I'd gotten a whole bunch because I'd made some little mixed media Altoid tins for a swap that I did for a cruise I went on. And so I painted them and everything and put those on my tins. But for this project, I just wanted to keep it natural. And so I just added some of this rope and some cheesecloth and a couple pieces of trim that I had and this little flower or these little flowers, and then these are just seashells and these are also beads from Joann again. I mean, I picked up a whole bunch of these beads when they were 70% off. So that's all there is to it, to the tag. I just stuck everything on there. It's really cute. And then I made another little tag. Oh, I gotta tell you first. Okay, so I know you could just buy these, but I happen for my other swap that I did for the cruise, I have a whole bunch of these little quart bottles. And so I just made my own. I just put some sand in there and a couple shells. And I forgot that I'd wanted to put some sequins in there too that kind of match the paper that I use, kind of match this paper. And I totally forgot. So I was kind of bummed about that. And then but anyway, when I stuck the eyelet screw in the cork, I just added a little turtle charm. Again, I think I got this from Joann. I might have got this one from Michael's too. I can't remember. But anyway, so that's my little charm bottle that I'm giving to my swap partner. And because that I didn't add the sequins, I decided I better make a clear tag. So I made a little tag using my We Are Memory Keepers. Oh my gosh, I forgot what the thing's called. Oh my gosh, I'm having one of those senior moments. Okay, anyway, I think y'all know what I'm talking about. The fuse tool. Yeah. So it takes these clear plastic and it fuses the edges together, and then you just cut around it after you fuse your shape. And so, well, before I fused it all together, I stuck the sand and these cute, and look at those sequins. Don't they match perfect? And they have little beads in there too, little itty bitty beads. And then I just cut a 1-inch circle and cut the craft paper around it because I couldn't find my other punch. Oh my gosh, what a dork. And then added one of those, again, one of those starfish charms. And just some jute tied around it. So I thought this came out way cute. And so I think I'm going to make one for me. I have to make a little beachy pick for my daughter. Well, I don't have to. I want to. I want to make a little beachy pick for my daughter with her honeymoon photos. And so, anyway, I think I'll make one of these to go with it. So let's see what else do we have in here. I just threw in just a few seashells as well. And so the next thing I did was to make cute. How cute is that? I decided to make little mini flip-flops. And so this is all I did was use a really thin chipboard and some craft paper and some ribbon that I had in my stash and little flowers with little wooden natural beads or natural wooden beads with they're stained obviously, but so little wooden beads with the flowers. Oh my gosh, that's all there was to it, to this. But heck, how cute they are. I want to make them just because they're so cute. I might make some more just for fun. It's so cute. And I was thinking how fun this would be. I have some little tropical flamingo paper. I'm thinking how cute would this be when I do that paper. Oh, I'm so excited. And then I'm showing you these last because I'm going to show you kind of how I did them. But I just made a little mat or a card and put this embellished paper clip on it. And so you can see on the back there, you can just paper clip it on. You have to decide which orientation you want it. So like if you want it going, it depends on how you put the paper clip on which orientation goes. So if you want your paper clip going this way, you have to put your word on going the other way, if you can see that. And then all this is um, a paper clip. It can be any color or size. It's the same principle. You just cut from here to here the size you want. If you don't want to dangle on the bottom, then just cover that up. So you could just imagine this paper's longer, and you could just put it so that only the top part of the paper clip shows and you don't have anything on the bottom showing. So if you just want it to dangle that way, you can do that. But if you want the paper clip to show on both sides, then just cut the paper to fit in the middle. And then I just folded it over like so to get the length I needed, and I just snipped off the extra paper that I didn't need. So now I have this little pocket for my paper clip. So before I glue anything together, what I'm going to do is, and I believe I put the long side inside. So when I'm putting my paper clip in, I put the long side in like that. And then I folded this over and glued, and then I glued the paper clip with some, I just used Fabri-Tac glue or any kind of tacky glue, I think. And then I folded this over and glued along the edge here. Glued along the edge here, and then folded it over like that. And so then I have my little paper clip charm. And so that's how I made that. I just added a little bit of trim underneath the words there. And that's all there was to it. Simple, easy, cheesy. And so I just paper clipped it onto here. I just thought that would be really cute. So now I'm going to show you the next two items that I did. This is also a paper clip charm, but this one is just basically a bead charm. It's not a clip. As you can see, there's no clip. It's just meant to be a bead or a dangle. I made it the exact same way, except for I did not clip the paper clip onto the paper. I just did the same process, but I actually just glued the whole entire thing inside of the paper. So glue the paper clip onto the middle, then put glue here, fold your paper over, and now you have your paper clip bead. Okay, so that's how I made my beads. And really super easy. This one I covered it with craft paper, and then I cut a strip of this design paper and glued it on top of it just to keep it sturdier, because the craft paper is pretty sturdy, and I wanted the design paper is sturdy enough, but it's not quite sturdy enough to just do without putting the craft paper underneath. And then I just tied some jute along the top here and added a couple of charms. So there's the turtle charms I was mentioning before. And this is just a little bead charm. And okay, I have this, so I put them on these cards. They're meant to be taken off. The card is just to keep the beads from getting lost in the box or tangled up with other stuff. So I just took some leftover wire from a bead package and wired that onto this piece of cardstock, but that's just to keep it in place. Anyway, cute to dangle on the side of a book or on a keychain, or I mean, just cute. If you use it on a keychain, I would put some kind of acrylic gel or medium on top of the paper before you wrap your twine around it. Anyway, cute, huh? And so this one, this one is done exactly the same way as the previous one, except for I just put the craft paper on it. I didn't put any decorative paper on it. And instead of decorative paper, I just used twine and ribbon. So like I had a little crochet trim and this little fluffy pom-pom trim, this miniature pom-pom trim. And I just wrapped it around the bead, and then I sewed this little bead dangle onto the top. It's just sewed on through that little jump ring right there. And then this is an actual bead, and I just sewed it on, and then I added this charm on the bottom, or this bead charm. And so that's all there is to it. So, and then you can see here in my box, I got the little natural crinkled paper. So, you know, everything is just gonna fit in here like so. Let me put these in here first. He has to kind of angle in because he's a little wide. And we'll just throw in another seashell there. All right. And the lid goes on. So there's my cute, I won't even show that. There's my cute little flip-flop boxes. Oops. Okay, so there's my little flip-flop boxes with the tote bag. And so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a like or a thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel. And anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.